my father was a complex man. He's from Puerto Rico, and he, I try. I'm 42 now, so I have a different perspective than when I was actually going through it with him. A lot of his makeup was how men were built during that era, coming from a home where, my father's mentality: as long as you got a roof over your head, food on the table, and the lights is on, what is there to complain about? But the different side, the other aspect of that is how he was treating my mother. And he had another family outside of my home. And so I would go to bed at night watching. And my mother suffered lupus, and my mom was a sickly woman. My mother would go to bed at night crying at the edge of the bed, where's her husband? And I would had to step up and console her, and be like, hey, Mom, we're going to be all right. And then he would drag his, tail back in there and not have an excuse, not say anything about it. So I grew up in that atmosphere. And it really kind of shaped how I viewed women, how I viewed relationships. I modeled myself after what I saw, and it affected all of us. And so it took a lot of growth, a lot of praying, and a lot of reshaping who I am internally. And I think, so much of what you believe in is who you are. Your beliefs kind of shape you. And I had to change my beliefs on how to handle a woman, how to be a man, and what marriage looked like. I didn't come from a healthy marriage. I came from a marriage that solely survived because it was dependent on the survival of me and my brother instead of love.
And even in the book, you talk about how he had this other family, and you were told to keep, like, the newest baby a secret. Like, don't tell your mother. Imagine being told by your dad to hide something like that from your mom, but also knowing I don't want to have to tell her that because that's going to hurt her so much.
It was tough, I think, for me so it was a situation where my half sister was in the home, in the other home, excuse me, and I was forced to take her to the prom. And on our way to the prom, it was her 8th grade prom to be exact, my dad dropped it on me. He was like, man, you're going to walk into this home and your baby brother's going to be there. And I was like, baby brother? I know who my brothers are. And he was like, yeah, we have another one. And then during that process, as I'm walking into the home, I can see it as visually as I'm talking about it. It was like a bassinet, dark room, moon shining in, and there was this baby boy sitting there. And my dad is like, hey, we're not going to tell your mother about this.